I want to talk mainly because I get bored on my walks and I don't want to just keep listening to podcasts. This is good times for me to like be productive and not consume and create because I'm trying to consume less and create more. So in that vein, I find myself on live. With that being said, I apologize because I'm walking at night. So if you're joining my live and you can't see me, just know I'm here with you in spirit. I want to talk about self-defense and the differences between self-defense and mutual combat. Because one of the most common things that I get whenever I post about self-defense versus mutual combat, and it's usually in regards to, you know, when I post about women's self-defense. People are always point out the fact that women, for the most part, are on average weaker than men, and that there's always the weekend showed who will say things like, "Oh, because a woman's weaker, she'll never have a chance of beating a man, and they should just get a pew pew and call it a day." So I wanted to get on live and clear up, make a video clearing up misconceptions that people have when it comes to self defense, what it is, how you should go about training it, versus mutual combat. That's you and another person squaring up mano a mano. You've looked this person dead in the eye. Women are good at. So, as I said here, there's a person who's about to get banned from my live because they're rude. When they come into my lobby, don't come in with that BS because I ban people with the quickness. Phased by moons. What do you mean, me? Yeah, you, phased by moons. I'm probably going to ban you at some point because you seem like you're going to be a problem. Um, Anyways, as I was saying, the differences between self defense and mutual combat. When we're talking about self defense, we're talking about a situation where you weren't expecting you weren't being honest. Okay, you were being a dick. And if you're going to be a dick, just leave. When we're talking about self defense versus mutual combat, self defense happens like that. It's a situation where you are not expecting to be attacked. I'm your only watcher. You can't ban me. It's okay. I can ban you, and this will be recorded for later purposes for people to watch. So this is just you don't be a dick. I will not be responding to anything else that you have to say. If you're going to be a dick, I'm not going to respond to anything else you have to say. Keep interrupting my thoughts. I'm still ADHD and autistic, um, but that's how you have to address hateful and dickish comments. You gotta stamp that out early, folks. All it takes for evil to flourish is for good men to stand by and do nothing. Anyways, as I was saying, self defense is not about being a UFC champion. Self defense is about creating a situation that's already happening inside of an already volatile situation. A woman is walking to her car. She's being attacked. She's in an argument with her ex, and he attacks her. or she attacks her. Something is happening in the heat of the moment that is forcing this person to act out of character to defend themselves. They weren't expecting to get hit. Hell, most of the time, they're just minding their own gosh dang business. In that moment, you don't have the ability to square up, set your feet, and listen for the bell to ring. Self defense is about creating moments in time to be able to escape or to create enough of a situation where it's untenable to the attacker to get them to quit, or to create enough of a ruckus to get help to come find you. So, in that vein, a woman, a trans person, a weaker person, individual, does not need perfect kickboxing skill. They do not need a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and they don't need the strength of Bjorn to be able to defeat the person who's attacking them. They simply need, like I said, to create a situation that is untenable, meaning that the person is just like, this isn't worth it, so they leave them alone, or to create enough of a scramble to get away, hurt the person enough to create space so that they can get away, or create enough ruckus, noise that from around there comes to aid the person that they can. Now, when we talk about music, I'm pretty sure most of us know what that is. You watch any boxing match or UFC fight, that's mutual combat in its most, I want to say, refined format. In its less refined format would be a guy at a bar squaring up with another guy, or a guy at a club where you're just out and about, and both of you are having a problem with each other, but you're clearly facing each other on equal footing. That's a mutual combat scenario. Nobody's getting caught by surprise. You both know what this is. Now, that situation is not about escape. That situation, no one is coming to help you break it up. And in that situation, creating a ruckus to to be like, like I said, no, to get somebody to help you is not going to work. Now, the only aspect of this that is equal, 1 out of 3, is hurting the other person enough that they want to quit, or that you hurt them so that the fight stops, i.e., you choke them to sleep, or you break something on them that they can't fight, or that you knock them out. When I post about self defense, I need people to understand I'm not trying to train these people to be UFC champions. I'm teaching them methods of survival to be able to get home to their children, to their spouse, to their dogs, their cats, whatever, with the least amount of being accosted as possible. Most of self defense is less about the moves and more about the mindset. Without the mindset to be able to self, your movements mean nothing. This is why you'll see people in boxing classes who look amazing on mitts, people in kickboxing Muay Thai who look amazing on mitt work, but you put them in the ring to spar, and they can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. They have not trained their mindset to use what they've learned. And in self defense, a lot of what I teach is mental conditioning, the ability to understand that you're going to get hit, you're going to get kicked, you're going to get scrapes, you're going to get bruises. But I'd rather get those than get beat up and have to have cracked ribs and all this other type of shit because I didn't fight back. It's something that I really need people to understand the differences of. And when we talk about these, we need to stop telling women that they can't do anything. Stop having such a limited worldview, how to. So I've just reached my place of residence, and I'll probably be doing more of these types of lives on my walks and stuff. So stay tuned. If you have any questions, make sure in the comments, subscribe, follow, follow on Instagram, More Human Fit 2.0. I made a new Instagram, and follow me on TikTok. I will pin everything in my in the comment section. So y'all have a good rest of your evening, day, wherever you are.